Program, a very special edition of Business Morning Live from the home of fixed income. That's FMDQ OTC Securities Exchange here in downtown Lagos. Of course, this is where the listing will be taking place from 11 o'clock. That's within the next hour. We're about 30 minutes to the top of the hour when the formal listing ceremonies will be taking place, and you see all the promoters, the actors, and those behind this first ever infrastructure debt fund promoted by Chapel Hill Denham Management. And that's the conversation here. We're taking about, of course, the man who is hosting everyone here today is Bola Onodele Koko, who is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer at FMDQ OTC Securities Exchange. Bola, it's good to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's good to see you again. So,
always a pleasure.
Very interesting. You're the one sitting on these multi-billion-dollar trillions of fixed income papers, commercial papers, FGN bond, and what have you. Now you are adding an NIDF into your portfolio of what you put on your platform for investors to raise capital and move the economy forward in very strategic areas. Walk us through the conversation between Chapel Hill Denham and FMDQ resulting in today's event.
Thank you very much, Boson. Walking you through will be like taking you to 2013, actually, because of the role the founder or the founding fathers of Chapel Hill Denham Group played in the establishment of FMDQ itself. They were the major promoters of the vision of what FMDQ represents to the Nigerian ecosystem, financial, ecosystem today. So discussions on infrastructure debt fund and solutions to Nigeria's problems will probably date back to probably longer than 10 years with discussions with Mr. Bolaji Balogun when we were both bankers in FCMB. And of course, you know what they had put together and the different transactions since that time. On NIDF specifically, I think this started about 2 years ago. Again, there was a debt capital market workshop where Mr. Balogun played a major role. In actual fact, Mr. Wale Edun could not attend that event, and we had to record Mr. Wale Edun so he could speak to the Nigerian financial markets. And the core of his message was about what Nigeria needed to do about infrastructure. That recording someday we hope to play for Nigerians to listen to, channels, TV permitting. From that workshop to now, there's been a lot of work, an engagement with Chapel Hill Denham on what can be done. Of course, being an innovative institution, Chapel Hill Denham has brought this together, and I guess for them, there's only one securities exchange to put this, and it has to be one as well that is leading on innovation.
What will this mean, the listing today for FMDQ OTC Securities Exchange?
The listing epitomizes what FMDQ is all about, and it speaks to two of our core values actually. First, value adding, and the second, collaboration. We look for opportunities to empower the Nigerian market, and we've taken it beyond trading in fixed income, the secondary market, to actually looking for opportunities to get the financial markets to support economic development. So you see Nigeria in this listing, you see infrastructure, you see collaboration. In FMDQ, we just don't wait for registration listing members to bring transactions to us. We're willing to support the whole value chain from the beginning, where there's conceptualization. Of course, we're not the experts. They are the structuring experts, but we quickly add our voice as to the possibility, the liquidity, and the potentials and things to look for. So there's a bit of advisory there from a securities exchange perspective, and then the marketing of it, the presentation of it to stakeholders. We're in support of that. So our role is really value adding, and then the collaboration with them, with the regulators as well, thinking through the best way, time to market, on how to do things, because in the fixed income space, time to market is essential. And we've done a lot of work with the regulators, the Securities and Exchange Commission in this regard, working with the market. A lot of time is spent on engagement with the market, be it the primary side, where you have the likes of Chapel Hill Advisory Partners, the issuing house, and also the secondary market itself. And that's our role in FMDQ, to bridge, we're talking about bridge infrastructure, to bridge that primary and secondary side and present the sort of securities exchange platform to Nigeria, which can support this economy.
On the infrastructure side, which is very good. Again, if you're having conversations with other market players and market institutions, do you think the NIDF from Chapel Hill Denham gives you a basis to say, hold on a second, look at Bolaji and the rest of his team and what they've brought to the market? Can we have something also on X, Y, Z area to deepen the market, to provide different portfolio for investors or institutions to get on the game and provide that real support that you need as the building blocks of the economy on a macroeconomic level? Would you want something, for example, from the healthcare? Just a quick question, maybe, or education.
I think NIDF even covers that.
Oh, really?
So, yes, and NIDF covers that. It looks at the social services as well. But, you know, what Chapel Hill Denham has done is to go for the ultimate. If you unlock and provide infrastructure, that touches businesses, galvanizes all we've been talking about in this country, people, businesses, employment. Mr. Balogun spoke to this at length, and also individuals themselves. So it's gone for the ultimate, but they're not going to do everything. And there are opportunities, quite honestly, for other investment bankers, investment banking houses to look for, you know, areas where we can unlock the potentials of this great economy. And I think we're just starting. This is just scratching the surface. This economy is probably deeper and it's got more potentials than we're doing now. But I think the answer may just be private sector. Let us have a private sector-led economy. Let us have this infrastructure. A lot of them that are bankable, that can be commercially viable. Let private sector drive it. You were asking how much money, will the money be here? When Mr. Balogun and his friends were putting together EcoNet in those days, people thought the money won't be raised in this market, but it was raised. And I think there's also money sitting at the apron, waiting for Nigeria to present the right market structure, not only in fixed income, but in foreign exchange. And we'll probably underestimate what this economy can absorb. But there are opportunities for other people, and as long as they're interested in the rigor that is required, FMDQ is more than willing to support this.
Talking about rigor, bringing the managed funds to the market that is long-term in this nature is not a normal, your usual mutual funds, money market funds. This is really big. So in terms of the back end of it, regulatory, whatever, your own due diligence at the FMDQ to ensure that the fund managers, the investment folks and all that align with what will ensure that this long-term project or this long-term fund actually delivers and meets the required regulatory requirements.
So when you look at FMDQ, you see a capsule, but it's not obvious to people outside. So there's the market organizing part of it, which is what we're doing, market development, and there's the self-regulatory side of it, which is the SRO part, which is the governance side. We sort of have an undefined, undocumented Chinese wall, where those that review, so the business development will bring in the business, leading to what we're doing, supported by the regulatory team, checking, doing the due diligence. But it doesn't stop there. After the listing today, there's now the post-listing compliance to ensure that the fund manager keeps to his word according to the prospectus, the trust deed, and all the things. And all those are automated, and they all walk through it. And we publish on the website for Nigerians to see the statuses and, compliance of either it's a bond or mutual fund for investors to be able to make the call. We maintain the history of this, and is also on the website, where you can check the track record of an issuer on FMDQ 20 years time and see if he honored his obligation and everything is meant to do. So it's not just about your rating or about making the payments for your listing fees, annual listing fees, but also all the documents you're meant to file, and the examination team engages them from time to time. At that point, he moves away from the business development side and he moves to the self-regulatory side, and we make this public. So if you're coming to list on FMDQ, you must think of investor protection. And very recently, we also had an inaugural meeting of the Investor Protection Fund of FMDQ, where a lot of seasoned professionals in the market are members of this Investor Protection Fund. And what FMDQ did again to make it unique as a matter of policy is to have someone from the institutional investor side sit to chair that investor protection fund. So the governance is very important, and we don't take that lightly at all.
I'm interested, and everyone is interested in what your welcome remarks will be formally within the next 20 minutes or so when the main listing actually gets started. Congratulations for this major one in 2017. And the first in Sub-Saharan Africa. I'm getting the first handshake first.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Live here on Channels Television Business Morning. When we come back after the break,